The crypto market has been brutal and everything took a plunge. But on this channel from time to time I discuss the situation with Polkadot, Kusama, Moonriver and RMRK's prices and talk about the basic concepts, support and resistance without drawing all the fancy lines on the graphs, as well as mention some of the fundamentals behind each of these. So to start off with DOT on the USDT pair, this is on the 8-hour chart on KuCoin. We can see DOT is currently trading around $18.80 and it's at an important support zone. As you can see, the second circle on the left is when DOT had its massive pop and it was making its way towards the first all-time high, which happened in early 2021. Now, DOT has encountered some resistance back then around $18 before it pushed through it. And so that area is now acting as support for when this dump happened. Also, around the summer of 2021, when we had that massive dump, it first dumped to just under $18 before quickly pushing back up due to that support that was previously resistance holding. Now, if we were to drop lower, the next level would be between $16 and $17, with the next one below at $10, as we have two solid areas of support there too, as you see circled down there, right? The last two circles basically from the bottom. Now, if we're to go back up, we would struggle to break $20 and struggle even harder to break $22 to $23, as we have two areas of resistance that have been building up quite strongly there. Now for KSM, we're currently around 193, and as you can see that was acting as an area of support in summer 2021 when we had the last major dump. So we're in a sensitive area now, as this could decide if KSM can recover or dump even further. If we get unlucky and KSM dumps below this area of support, then we could expect around $125, as that would be the next area of support, as you can see in the first yellow circled area on the left. Should we go back up, we will encounter solid resistance around 230 to 250. Even with all these new crowd loans appearing on Kusama, it's still mostly people that already have KSM that are contributing to them, and not many new people are buying, unfortunately, but there's still a lot of fear in this market. Also, someone told me in a comment on a video that contributing to the Kusama and Polkadot crowd loans hasn't brought them more rewards than staking or just holding. Well, that's not true right now. In fact, most of the crowd loans have brought people much larger rewards than if they were just staking KSM, as long as they sold the initial unlocks on the first day or so in the first weeks from trading in the case of Moonriver. But yeah, it's true that you're trapped from being able to sell should the price drop lower in 11 months. But like I said, that's usually offset by the parachain tokens doing well in price in the first day of trading. So that's why it's important to consider if you want to hold the unlocked amount on the very first day of trading, right? It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, but considering the market conditions, I think most people would be selling on the very first day. However, the person does have a point about the Polkadot crowd loan. Moonbeam has been pretty good to those that sold on day one, especially those who sold on Gate. But even those who sold on KuCoin above $30, that's still a good price. Because think about it, you are getting like 4.3 Glimmer for each one DOT contributed, and if you could sell Glimmer at $30, that's what, 120 bucks. So it's definitely a good price right now. Before I move on to talk about Moonriver's chart, I'd like to take a moment and thank today's video sponsors, Dogedi. So I'll play this short clip. Thank you. Dogedi, the token from a galaxy far, far away, is a cryptocurrency which by holding grants the holders with passive income in BNB through various features that they have to offer, such as an auto buyback hyperdeflationary function. Dogedi is powered by the Dogedi token. Dogedi is a collateralized cryptocurrency that grants investors holding Dogedi instant BNB rewards on all transactions with auto claim and protects them with its unique Death Star feature, which is an auto boost buyback and burn protocol. They also have 4 other cool features to offer, called Burn, Reward, and Animal Charity, aside from Death Star. They'll also be developing the Dogedi card game, which will be fully integrated with the new Facebook metaverse. There'll be a marketplace for cards, but also a player battle in a virtual arena with a VR. The team will publish a first trailer, which will tell us more about the game. But Dogedi card game should also have a Dogedi card system, which is an NFT collectible card game that will catapult you into the exciting challenges between Dogedi to the sound of lightsaber fights. Check out dogedi.com from the description of this video for more details. Thank you. Moonriver has been suffering a major dump, and it looks like we're heading to levels at which trading had started on KuCoin. Currently trading between $85 and $89. It's at a very low level, which is a danger zone of dropping further because there isn't really any support at this area at around $70. And then we'll get into the 50 to 60 area where it initially began trading at. Now, unfortunately, I have to say that if Bitcoin doesn't hold well around 35,000 and it does go to 28,000 again, or perhaps to even 20,000, we'll be in big trouble as MOVR holders. And even prices of $20 are possible in that case, which means we'll still be up overall if we sold any of the staking rewards at larger prices. But even if we hadn't touched them, we still be getting the equivalent of $290 KSM for each one KSM we contributed to Moonriver, and we'd still get our KSM back in 4 months because we are due to get them in mid-May. Now, the other scenario is that even if Bitcoin does hold around 35,000 for 1 to 2 months, we could still see constant MOVR dumping because everyone who contributed to the crowd loans are still free to sell, and they could due to fears of further market dumps. So lower prices are possible either way. Now, if the market does turn around and Moonriver delivers something special in terms of integrations, then we could go back to around $150 where there's quite some resistance. But the mother of all resistances, and this is a dangerous one, is around 180 to 190, as you can see where I drew that red line. That's because MOVR has been accumulating around that area for a long time. The longer that accumulation took, the harder it will be to break that resistance. And it might not be possible in the first attempt, but perhaps in the third or fourth attempt. Now, for RMRK, the chart looks totally different. And as you can see here, we had a massive head and shoulder pattern with a very long head where the FOMO had reached its peak. I don't know if that was just FOMO or manipulation by market makers, but it's definitely not a natural growth. Perhaps the FOMO died out and people find out that the RMRK metaverse won't launch in Q1 of 2022 as initially speculated, and that it will take longer. I'm not sure. This is just me speculating, but I think this could be the case for it, or the cause of it. Now, because you can see the cool-off period had started soon after that massive pump, and that was around the time we found out the timelines, perhaps if the metaverse launch could have happened in Q1 of this year, that pump could have continued after the initial cool-off, which happened around $40 to $45. But to continue on, RMRK is trading around $15 now, and it did dump to about $12.50. 12 is a good area of support, so it could hold well around there. And then we have even stronger support between $8 and $10 where RMRK had accumulated for a few weeks. This was around the time when I bought a larger bag of RMRK during that accumulation phase. So it looks like that one could hold well unless people who bought in then are happy to sell at a loss. I'm thinking those who feared are mostly out by now. So personally, I'm pretty confident that the $8 to $10 range will hold quite well. But that's not to say we can't see lower prices given Bitcoin drops like crazy low and goes to $20,000, right? Now, it is a shame we have this dependency on Bitcoin and that the alts are not at all decoupled, but we have to deal with it. Now, on the bullish side, should the market recover, RMRK will encounter some resistance around $20, with a lot stronger resistance around 28. But the good thing is that each resistance level is not as hard to break through as is the case with other cryptocurrencies from the Polka and Kusama ecosystem, because the price has been so volatile for RMRK that it didn't have time to accumulate for very long at higher prices. So this could actually benefit the holders when a recovery does occur. That's been it from today's price video. Let me know in the comments below what do you think and what have you been doing in this market. Also, if you want to contribute to any of the crowd loans, be it Polkadot or Kusama, please check out the links in the description of this video for the bonuses. And after all, it's all we can do to not think much about the market condition, but look forward towards the awesome ecosystem of interoperability that Polkadot and Kusama are developing. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.